Hello Aquarius, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead, my friends. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here, Aquarius. I do appreciate you. And my beautiful warriors, thank you so much for clicking here. So if you are somebody who's always been here and you're clicking and viewing and subscribing and hitting the bell button to know when I'm uploading, thank you for doing that. But if you're brand new, welcome, welcome. I hope you'll be in the comments. Some of us like to be there. And thank you for the thumbs up and the way that you've been loving on this community. I appreciate you. All right, so we are looking at some oracles here. This reading is for the week ahead. It's always going to be for the week ahead, Aquarius, whenever you find it. Whether you get this reading today, tomorrow, or next year, it's always going to be for the week ahead. We're going to pick one card from each of these decks. We've got the Cosmic Insights Oracle, and then we have the Soul's Journey Oracle. So let's pick one from each of these. We'll throw some tarot at it. We'll clarify a little bit, find out what's coming up for you, Aquarius. All right, here we go. We've got intuition. The red flags you ignore now will come back to bite you later. Success says, I know that there is no greater goal than to love. I'm going to say watch for some red flags as it comes to finding connections or when connections find you, because I feel like those connections will feel successful, but you need to still watch out for the red flags and make sure that you're not getting into something that is going to come back to bite you. We do have fire signs, so you could be dealing with someone who is a fire sign. Maybe you do have fire in your chart, a sun, moon, rising, Venus, or Jupiter, but we do have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And the bottom of this deck says growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. I feel like you're getting a chance to do that right now with Pluto in your sign. I feel like you are expanding. You're feeling more brave. There's a lot of change, a lot of things that are burning to the ground and being rebuilt. I feel like you're being really brave about all of that. So we do have, the intuition and raising of the red flags. Make sure that you're watching out for them here. I feel like there will be success in love, but I think you're supposed to be really careful about what that looks like for you. All right, let's get some tarot on it here. If you are interested in a private reading, Aquarius, please look below this video. I have pinned the first comment, which does have a link to Wizio if you're interested in booking an appointment at this time for your own energy, your own private reading. Tell me about Aquarius, please, in the week ahead. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aquarius, please. We do have the Six of Pentacles is in the reverse. Interesting. So I'm going to say with these red flags, please make sure that you're watching out for people who are not juggling other people. The Six of Pentacles in the reverse is somebody who, I'm going to say the red flag is going to be someone who tells you they're too busy, they got too much to do, they got, too much. It's like they're always going to be making excuses about why they're not giving you as much time as you would like. Or, you know what I mean? Like, you will know those red flags. You won't have to chase somebody who is really interested in you. And I feel like we have somebody here who might end up sort of breadcrumbing you a little bit. The Eight of Pentacles tells me that you know your worth, that you've been working on yourself, Aquarius, that you've been practicing this self-mastery here, that you've been putting in the really hard work here for success in love. So I think that you are going to be very sensitive to the red flags, I'm going to say. I don't think they're about to get past you. I think that you've been doing so much work on yourself that you know your worth. You're very aware of what's going on around you. You're very aware of the self and what you deserve. And I think that you've been working super hard here. We do have the Chariot. So I want to say that I don't think anybody's going to get anything over on you. I don't think anybody is going to be able to get by you with giving you less than what you deserve, I'm going to say. Because with the Eight of Pentacles here, it does tell me that you're a person of hard work. You know that you need to put the hard work in. You know that you need to go over the details, and you're willing to do that in order to find the right kind of love. But if they're not going to give you what you want, if they're not going to give you reciprocity, at least a little bit, that you're going to get in your Chariot and go. You're like, you know what, I'm not going to hang around. I feel like when you come up against people who are very under the surface with their emotions, I'm going to say, be aware that if somebody's not sharing with you at least a little something, like not putting a spotlight on all of their junk, but excuse me, not throwing it all at you, I want to say, but I want to say if somebody is not willing to give you a little bit of their energy, I would say it's a pretty fair chance that they're not very balanced, that they're hiding something. With the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, it tells me somebody's not willing to work on things as hard as you're willing to work on things. We do have the Eight of Wands. Why is that? Eight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. Look, I feel like you in the week ahead might be getting some communication from someone that you haven't spoken with in a while. It could be a friend, maybe a member of the family, someone across the world possibly, someone you haven't spoken with in a year, but it feels like you will be getting some communication. It could be a family member with the Ten of Cups showing up, but it also could be someone who you consider to be family. It could be someone who lived with you. They don't have to be someone you are romantically interested in. It could be a best friend, a platonic relationship. But it tells me it's someone who is family or someone who feels like family, and you haven't heard from this person in a long while. I feel like you will hear from them in the week ahead for some of you. Not all of you. This is a general reading. Keep that in mind, right? If I'm not talking about you, I'm just not talking about you, and that's the deal. It's how a general reading works. And that's why I encourage you to get a private read, because you could be thinking that maybe this is a great outcome, or maybe this is something that sounds like it's going on with you, but it could definitely be someone else's energy. And that's the danger of trying to fit yourself into a general reading. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles being in the reverse here. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. What do we need to know? What does Aquarius need to know? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We've got the Page of Wands. We've got the Queen of Cups. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like whoever is about to show up for you, I think in the week ahead, is somebody who has a great deal of love for you, someone who is very kind and compassionate and loving. The Queen of Cups to me is a matriarch, so it could be someone who is in your family, and for those of you who this person is in your family, it's either a mother or a grandmother or an older sister. But if this is love for you, it feels like there is somebody here who is showing up for you. Like the Page of Wands tells me that this person is showing up for you, taking you on adventures, and maybe being a little bit impulsive with the way we go on adventures. And I'm not talking anything big. I'm talking like maybe this person like calls you at 11 at night and says, you know what, I'm bored. I really would like to just drive around with a coffee. Can I come get you? It feels like somebody is on a new path, a new exciting path of love. And so this person seems really stable, right? It seems like they show up as the Nine of Pentacles, someone who's stable and sturdy, very confident about their 3D world. And so they have a car, a house. They're really, maybe they're a business owner. But I feel like because of that, it feels like they think that they can get away with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, that they don't have to give you reciprocity all the time, and that you're just going to have to wait because a lot of people have their hand open to this person. And it could be children. It could be family. It could be other business things, right? If they do have a business, when you're a business owner, it takes up a lot of your time. So I feel like this person is not willing to make the changes or the adjustments that they need to make in order to be able to be in your life on a stable, sturdy, full-time basis. Because the Page of Wands is here, it tells me that there's a lot of back and forth communication that is very kind and sweet and kind of deep. Maybe we have a lot of conversations in text or on the phone, but this person isn't making time to see you in the 3D. And it could be because they are a business owner, or it could be because they want to stay single. So this could be a red flag, right? So make sure you are watching out for the red flags, using your intuition. Not everybody who does this, it's not always for a sinister reason. Sometimes it's legitimate, right? Maybe this is a single parent who has a few kids and has to hold down the mortgage and the house and the business and the side gig and the job. Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles, please, for Aquarius. Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles. What are you working on here? Feels like you're working on something that is painstaking. It's going very slow, but I think it's supposed to be going slow here. We do have the Wheel of Fortune. I like it. The Nine of Wands. Good, good, good. And the Nine of Swords. What you are doing is conquering. I love it. Aquarius, what you're doing is you're conquering cycles. You are... what is changing is the Nine of Wands. You are no longer looking at life from a place of lack, from a place of what went on back there. I feel like you've decided that it's about time to put down some of these burdens, and that tells me it's because you've been really working hard on yourself. We got the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Wands. We are at the end of cycles, and you've decided that you are going to put down these wands. You're going to stop dwelling on the negative, the things that came to hurt you, the things from the past, right? So we do have the Nine of Wands looking into the past here. So I feel like the Wheel of Fortune here, because you've been doing all this really painstaking, slow work on yourself, the Wheel of Fortune is here to say that everything is about to change. What's going to happen is you're about to drop your burdens here. You're about to drop your burdens. You're about to stop worrying. It feels like you have decided. This is a decision. It's not something that's just like, nobody's come by to sprinkle pixie dust on you. You've done the really hard work, and it's pretty impressive. So the Wheel of Fortune is change. It is fated change. It is divine timing, and it is time for things to move forward in a fortunate way. But first, it's going to piss you off. And I always say that, right? And the piss off is right here. So I think that you had to come through some really hard stuff, and it's exhausted you. You're tired of thinking about it, obsessing about it, dreaming about it. You're exhausted from this here. And I feel like that all is about to change for you in the week ahead. Look, we have a major event going on next week, which is the solar eclipse that's going on in Aries, right? It is causing everybody to sort of disconnect from what they don't want, and there's lots of changes that are coming in the first week of April. Now, you're no stranger to big change because you have Pluto in your sign, right? And it's causing a lot of metamorphosis in your life here. Tell me about the Chariot. What do we need to know about the Chariot? We have the Five of Swords, we have the Page of Pentacles, and the Magician. So it does feel to me like one of the things that is going to be changing, that I feel like you are no longer going to be impatient. I feel like although you are an air sign, you're always going to look at it head over heart. I feel like the Five of Swords and the Page of Pentacles tells me that there is a new day. Something is being treated as brand new. It feels like now you're going to be putting effort into conversations that make you uncomfortable. And it's really important to learn how to be comfortable with being uncomfortable in this life. And so I feel like the way you're going to do is it by means of magic or by means of manifestation. That it feels like whatever you've been dreaming about, whatever's in the 5D, whatever you've been manifesting is about to drop into your lap. I want to say it's already being prepared for you. I do see the Page of Pentacles as something that's growing and you don't see it. So maybe you've been manifesting something specific. I want to say that it's going to be showing up for you sooner than you think, like way sooner, because the Chariot energy is here. I feel like it's under the surface right now, but I feel like with the Five of Swords and the Page of Pentacles here, it tells me that you're no longer going to be in this energy of conflict and disagreement and making battles, this egoic stuff that's going on. I feel like you're moving away from that in favor of victory, in favor of moving through life a little bit smoother. I want to say that, the Page of Pentacles and the Magician tell me that whatever you're manifesting is about to show up, and it's coming in sooner than you think. And it's because you've stopped fighting with others. You've stopped fighting the self. I feel like the Eight of Wands tells me there's communication coming in here. Tell me more about Aquarius here. Oh, yes. Charlie's my guide, by the way. Charlie is saying to look at the red flags. What are some of the red flags that maybe you may be ignoring? And we have the Two of Wands, we have the Six of Cups, and we have the Four of Pentacles. So I'm going to say some of the red flags could be with you, that maybe you are holding on to somebody that you have a lot of history with, a lot of nostalgia with, but this person has blocked you, or this person doesn't want to talk to you, or maybe you've blocked them. But the Two of Swords tells me that somebody is stuck in the head or stuck in the mind, and we can't make a decision about a soulmate that I've been holding on to. Now, this could be a red flag. The red flag might be you're not for them or they're not for you, but you think because they're a soulmate that you're supposed to be with them. So make sure that you are standing up for what you believe in. I feel like right now you are kind of shut off and shut down, maybe not talking to someone who you have history with, and maybe that there is a block in place here. Yeah, it's just a little bit of patience, I feel. So I feel like it's patience to see it for what it really is. Because right now you're kind of blocked in the mind. You're like, I don't care. I'll see if that person comes to my door. I'm gonna push them off the stairs. But I don't think you will. But you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you feel if that person ever shows up, they're going to get what for. But I don't think that. I think that time and patience and balance is going to make the difference about how you deal with the situation. I feel like eventually you're going to be letting go of the situation, and I feel like it's been bugging you, whatever it is. And I think that you will have success in love here. So if this is a love relationship I'm talking about, I feel like there is somebody here that you're like, they better not come back. I don't care if it's retrograde. We're in the retrograde shadow right now, and retrograde Mercury goes retrograde on the 1st of April. It's going to be there until the 21st. It's a long ass retrograde. People are going to be coming back. People are going to want to close doors, and I think you just need to be patient and wait for things to move toward you. All right. We have the Six of Swords, we have the Star, we have the Three of Wands, and the Two of Wands. So I want to say here that there is, again, an indication that wish fulfillment is coming in. And whatever wish fulfillment is coming in here, whatever you've been hoping for, is about to give you movement. We've got the Six of Swords. So I want to say that if you've been feeling stuck, not knowing where to move, feeling like you can't move forward, maybe it's that Two of Swords, the red flags and stuff that is stopping you from finding love, if that's what you're looking for. If it feels like it's been a block, I feel like that block is being removed, and I feel like you finally get movement. You're no longer standing on the shoreline waiting for the ships to come in. You're like, I'm going to go get the ships. I think what you're waiting for here is you're waiting to go out on some sort of an adventure. We have these two people here each have their hand on an Ace of Wands. So there is a new path that is coming up for you here, a new exciting path, and I feel like you no longer have to wait for it. I feel like you need to go out and get it, Aquarius. You need to decide what you're doing. Where are you going? Survey whatever's going on around you and decide which direction you're going to go in instead of waiting for this wish fulfillment to come get you. I feel like this wish fulfillment, whatever it is, when it arrives, it's going to give you the ability to be able to move, to disconnect from whatever you feel has been chaotic in your life, to bring you into some sort of calm. And like I said, there's communication coming up here. I feel like I should clarify that for you, that there's communication coming up here with somebody who could be a family member. It could be someone you used to be married to. It could be someone you used to live with or were engaged to. But it feels like you are going to be getting some sort of communication here from somebody who really wants to speak with you after a long time, possibly a year. We have the Ten of Pentacles, we have the Seven of Wands, and we have the Knight of Wands. This person, I feel, is coming back for more of the same. I feel this is someone that you've had a long-term relationship with, and I feel like you have decided to stand your ground and not allow them back in, because the last time they came around, all they wanted was passion. The Knight of Wands is someone who doesn't give you stability, who's very desirable, very good-looking, very charismatic, but I feel like this... the Seven of Wands is telling me that you're standing your ground against this person. You might speak with them, but I feel like you're not going to let them back into your life, because I'm just going to say I don't feel like they've changed. That you are holding your ground against the Ten of Pentacles. You don't want them back in your life as a long-term relationship, because I feel like they give you promises of long-term relationship, but they end up giving you the Knight of Wands energy. We've got the Three of Pentacles. I feel like you're going to keep them at bay with the Seven of Wands. You're going to make sure you have tight enough boundaries to keep them at bay. You're going to keep them as a friend. I feel like you're going to allow yourself to speak with them as a friend, maybe from a distance. There's someone who maybe likes what you do for a living, or maybe they are a workmate, someone that you have been on their team before, they've been on your team before, but this also could be a relationship, but it could be a working relationship. I feel like this person didn't give you any stability in the past, and they're still not going to give you any stability. We do have the Seven of Swords. It seems to me that this person here has some secrets. Yeah, and they're not good. There are some secrets that are below the surface, things you can't see. They're concealing things from you that are not of a good rapport, I'm going to say. That maybe they come to you with doubt, with codependency, that they've decided that they want to do another round with you. They've been thinking about you obsessively. I feel like what you're going to tell this person here is, no thanks, Tom Hanks. I feel like we got the Tower and the Justice here. You're like, no, in favor of whatever's going on here, I need to have balance. So you go ahead and do the Tower thing. But your realization is that you need justice. You need balance. And this person with the Knight of Wands is not a person who's been giving you balance. All right, we do have the Three of Cups here. It feels like this will be, the week ahead might be a week of socializing. Maybe you're going to get an invitation to go out somewhere, maybe a date, maybe you're giving an invitation or receiving an invitation. But it does feel like somebody's going to communicate with you because we are in the retrograde period. They're coming back around to check in with you and see if you're still in this energy of the Ten of Cups with them. I don't think you are. I think you're holding your ground and you got some pretty damn tight boundaries. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here, Aquarius. I'll be back because I'm always back, my friends. And take care and look for your monthly reading coming up soon. Take care, Bye-bye.